In a season marked by transformative changes in European football, UEFA President Aleksander Ceferin has expressed overwhelming optimism regarding the newly structured Champions League format. As the competition progresses into its knockout stages, Ceferin boldly stated that he predicts 99% of people are satisfied with the tournament's revamped structure, which was introduced for the 2024-25 season. This significant overhaul replaced the traditional 8 groups of 4 teams with a single 36-team league phase, aiming to enhance the quality and frequency of matchups among Europe's elite clubs. The league phase allows each team to play 8 different opponents, thereby increasing the number of fixtures and excitement surrounding the early rounds. Following this inaugural phase, Ceferin hailed the reform as a perfect success, noting that it has introduced a new level of unpredictability in the competition. Nobody knew until the very last moment whether they would qualify, he remarked in an interview with Slovenian newspaper Delo. The reception has been largely positive, with many fans and analysts applauding the increased competitiveness and engagement. The new format has already set records, including a historic streaming milestone on Amazon's Prime Video, where the first leg of a knockout match between Real Madrid and Manchester City attracted over 4 million viewers in the UK. However, the changes have not been without controversy. Critics have raised concerns about player welfare and the widening financial gap between elite clubs and smaller teams, prompting protests from supporters and cautioning about the potential long-term impact on domestic leagues. As UEFA continues to adapt, it has also implemented new financial regulations, introducing a squad cost rule (SCR) that limits clubs' spending on transfers, wages and agent fees to a maximum of 80% of their revenue for the current season, with a reduction to 70% next season. Ceferin mentioned that discussions about implementing hard salary caps similar to those in North American sports leagues have taken place, but remain unlikely due to the complexities involved. Meanwhile, the race for Champions League qualification from the English Premier League is heating up, with clubs such as Liverpool, Arsenal and Manchester City strongly positioned to secure their spots for next season. As it stands, Liverpool has already solidified its place, while Arsenal is projected to have a 99.6% chance of finishing in the top 4. The dynamics of this year's league have led analysts to predict a potential expansion to 5 qualifying clubs for the Champions League due to the impressive performances of English teams in European competitions. The Opta supercomputer, which simulates potential league outcomes, currently gives Nottingham Forest and Bournemouth a decent shot at qualifying for the Champions League. A remarkable achievement for both clubs. Nottingham Forest, with a rich history in European football, is projected to have a 62.7% chance of finishing in the top 5 if the additional spot is confirmed. Bournemouth, who have never participated in European competition, also show promising projections, reflecting the unpredictable nature of this season. In light of Manchester City's recent exit from the Champions League, vice-captain Ruben Dias emphasized the importance of the remaining competitions, including the Premier League and FA Cup. Dias remains confident, stating that the team has so much to play for, particularly with a focus on securing a Champions League berth for the next season. As the Champions League knockout rounds commence, the football community will be watching closely to see how these changes play out and affect both the teams involved and the overall landscape of European football. With the stakes higher than ever and an evolving format, the narrative of this season is far from over, promising future developments that could reshape the competitive dynamics across the continent. As the Premier League season enters its final stretch, the spotlight is firmly on Mohamed Salah, whose remarkable form has propelled Liverpool to the top of the table and into discussions about one of the greatest individual campaigns in the competition's history. With Liverpool currently boasting an impressive 11-point lead over second-placed Arsenal, Salah's contributions have been pivotal in their pursuit of a 20th league title. The Egyptian forward's stellar performance in a recent 2-0 victory over defending champions Manchester City, where he scored 1 goal and provided an assist, underscored his exceptional talent and consistency. This season, Salah has netted 25 goals in just 27 appearances, placing him 6 goals clear of his closest competitors Alexander Isak of Newcastle and Erling Haaland of Manchester City. His potential to break his own record of 32 goals in a single Premier League season is drawing attention, particularly as he continues to lead the race for the Golden Boot. Beyond his goal-scoring prowess, Salah is also excelling in playmaking, racking up 16 assists, which is 6 more than anyone else in the league. This dual-threat capability positions him as a prime candidate to break the Premier League record for most goal contributions in a season. Currently, he has a combined total of 41 goals and assists, just 6 shy of the all-time record of 47 achieved during previous 42 match campaigns. Salah's statistics not only highlight his individual achievements but also his significant impact on the team's overall performance. His ability to score and assist consistently has made him a crucial asset for Liverpool, who are on course for a potential 90-point season. This is a remarkable feat given that they have played 15 of their remaining 19 matches away from home, where Salah has proven to be especially lethal. Former Liverpool defender Jamie Carragher has likened Salah's current form to that of Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo, suggesting that this season could be the pinnacle of his career. "This is going to end up being the greatest season we've seen from an individual, I have no doubt about that," Carragher said. Such accolades reflect not only Salah's technical skills but also his work ethic and professionalism, which have kept him at the top of his game even as he approaches his mid-30s. However, amidst the accolades, questions loom regarding Salah's future at Liverpool. With his contract expiring this summer, discussions about a potential extension are ongoing, and fans are left wondering whether this could be Salah's last season with the club. His desire to win another Premier League title, especially after experiencing the disappointment of a title secured behind closed doors in 2020, adds a layer of urgency to the current campaign. As Liverpool maintains its commanding lead, the club's focus is not just on winning the league but also on making a significant impact in Europe. Salah's performances have put him in conversations for the Ballon d'Or, with pundits and former players advocating for his inclusion among the world's best. Daniel Sturridge, a former teammate, emphasized the need to consider Salah for the prestigious award given his extraordinary contributions to the game. Looking ahead, Liverpool's remaining fixtures will be critical as they aim to solidify their position at the top of the league and secure Champions League qualification for next season. With the Opta supercomputer projecting that England could potentially secure an additional Champions League spot due to the strong performances of its clubs in European competitions, the stakes are high for the entire team. Salah's journey this season is not just about personal accolades, it is about leaving a legacy at Liverpool, as he continues to defy expectations and break records. The football world watches closely to see how far he can push the limits of individual excellence in the Premier League. With each passing game, Salah is not only enhancing his own reputation but also etching his name deeper into the annals of football history. In his season marked by fierce competition and high stakes, the injury to Inter Milan's wingback Nikola Zalewski has raised alarms among fans and analysts alike. The Polish international, who recently joined the Nerazzurri on loan from AS Roma, is set to miss not only the crucial Serie A clash against Lazio but also key fixtures against Napoli and Feyenoord in the Champions League. This development comes at a time when Inter is navigating a dense schedule that includes multiple competitions, intensifying the pressure on coach Simone Inzaghi and his squad. Zalewski's injury was confirmed following medical tests that revealed a calf issue, prompting concerns over his recovery timeline. The 23-year-old had been poised to make his first start for Inter in the upcoming Coppa Italia quarter-final against Lazio, but those plans have now been derailed. With Inter's hectic fixture list, which sees them play nearly twice a week, Zalewski's absence will be felt during a critical juncture in the season. He will need several days to recover, reported FC Inter News, indicating that his return remains uncertain as Inter gears up for a series of pivotal matches. The timing of this injury is particularly unfortunate as Inter finds itself in a close race for the Serie A title. Recent performances have seen the club finally sit at the top of the table, surpassing rivals Napoli, who have struggled to maintain their early season momentum. Inzaghi has strategically managed his squad this season, prioritizing not just the league but also the Champions League and Coppa Italia. This approach appears to be paying off, with Inter poised to finish the season with a competitive points total even if it falls short of last year's dominance. Inzaghi's gamble has necessitated a careful balancing act amid ongoing challenges, including the demanding Champions League format and the intense rivalry in Serie A. The coach's ability to rotate players effectively will be put to the test in Zalewski's absence, particularly with the upcoming matches against Napoli and Feyenoord looming large. As the season progresses, Inter's resilience will be tested further, especially with the added pressure of multiple competitions. The Nerazzurri will need to rally together and find effective strategies to compensate for Zalewski's absence. The interplay of injuries and squad depth will ultimately define the trajectory of Inter's campaign, making every match a crucial battle for silverware. Looking ahead, the impact of this injury could resonate throughout the remainder of the season, particularly as the Champions League and domestic cups draw closer. The prospect of Zalewski's return will be closely monitored, as his contributions could prove vital in the critical weeks to come. In the relentless pursuit of titles, Inter Milan must adapt and overcome, reinforcing their status as a formidable contender in European football.